Certainly. Below is an expanded, in-depth review of Orchid Tales of the Black Sabbath by Shane K.P. O'Neill, covering its narrative structure, thematic depth, stylistic influences, and cultural significance. Detailed book review, Orchid Tales of the Black Sabbath by Shane K.P. O'Neill. 1. Synopsis and narrative structure. Orchid Tales of the Black Sabbath is not a conventional novel but rather a collage of interconnected nightmares, occult parables, and decaying beauty. The book unfolds in a nonlinear, mosaic-like fashion, blending short, hallucinatory vignettes, for example, a priest encountering a sentient orchid that whispers blasphemies, fragmented diary entries from mad scholars and doomed mystics, poetic interludes that evoke cursed incantations, metafictional layers, where the act of reading itself seems to invoke a curse. The closest thing to a plot follows an unnamed narrator, or multiple narrators, who uncovers a forbidden manuscript, the Black Sabbath Codex, which describes a secret cult that worships orchids as vessels of divine corruption. As the narrator delves deeper, reality unravels, and the boundaries between dream, ritual, and madness dissolve. 2. Themes and symbolism. A. The orchid as a symbol of sacred decay. Orchids in this book are not just flowers but living paradoxes, simultaneously divine and grotesque. They represent forbidden knowledge, akin to the biblical tree of knowledge. Eroticism fused with rot, a recurring motif in decadent literature. The fragility of sanity, their beauty lures victims into hallucinatory states. B. The Black Sabbath as an occult concept. The Black Sabbath here is not just the band, though their doom-laden atmosphere is an influence, but a cosmic event, a moment when the veil between worlds thins. It evokes Gnostic demiurge myths, a false god's corrupted creation, satanic ritual as transcendent rebellion, a la Baudelaire's litanies of Satan. Time as cyclical damnation, characters relive their horrors endlessly. C. Existential and cosmic horror. O'Neill channels Thomas Ligotti's pessimism, suggesting that consciousness itself is a curse, reality is a decaying illusion, humanity is an accidental byproduct of malign forces. 3. Writing style and literary influences. O'Neill's prose is dense, baroque, and deliberately archaic, evoking decadent movement, Usman against nature, Baudelaire's The Flowers of Evil, weird fiction, Lovecraft's unknowable horrors, but with more poetic flair. Doom metal aesthetics, lyrical themes of despair, occultism, and sonic weight. Sample passage, greater than the orchid's petals unfolded like the lips of a corpse mid-whisper, and in its heart, I saw the inverted cross of a god long forgotten, not dead, but dreaming in the black sap of the world. This style won't appeal to everyone. Some may find it overly florid or pretentious, but for fans of lyrical horror, it's intoxicating. 4. Strengths. White tick mark emoji, unmatched atmosphere. Few books feel as oppressive and hypnotic as this one. White tick mark emoji, philosophical depth, explores nihilism, occultism, and aesthetics in a way few horror books dare. White tick mark emoji, originality. Unlike mainstream horror, this doesn't rely on jump scares but on slow, creeping dread. 5. Weaknesses. Cross mark emoji, extremely niche. If you dislike ambiguous, non-linear narratives, this will frustrate you. Cross mark emoji, overindulgent at times. Some passages are so dense they border on self-parody. Cross mark emoji, no traditional payoff. This is not a book with a clear resolution, it's a mood piece. 6. Who will love this book? Black tick mark emoji, fans of Thomas Ligotti, Kathleen A. Kiernan, or Clark Ashton Smith. Black tick mark emoji, readers who enjoy decadent literature and Gothic horror. Black tick mark emoji, doom metal fans who appreciate lyrical themes of despair and the occult. 7. Final verdict. Orchid Tales of the Black Sabbath is a masterpiece of esoteric horror for those willing to surrender to its nightmare logic. It's not entertainment, it's an experience, a ritual in book form. Rating: 4. 5/5. Brilliant, but only for a specific kind of reader. Bonus: cultural and literary context inspired by the Sabbatic craft, occult traditions of reversed spirituality, floriography, Victorian flower symbolism, and doom metal's lyrical themes, for example, Black Sabbath, Electric Wizard. Comparable works: The Conspiracy Against the Human Race, Ligotti; for philosophical horror, The Hellbound Heart, Barker; for visceral, poetic grotesquerie, The Necronomicon, Lovecraft Mythos; for forbidden knowledge tropes. Would you like an analysis of a specific chapter or symbolic motif in the book?